Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my dear students at Cairo Private School, my dear students at Preparatory 2, welcome to English and welcome to our new lesson. Our lesson for today is Unit 3, Lesson 1, which is entitled Great Jobs. In this lesson, we are going to learn some new great jobs. As we learned from the previous years, من الأعوام السابقة, we learned some important jobs, and today we are going to have some new and some great jobs. From these great jobs, we have a scientist, we have a surgeon, we have a patron, and a sports coach. Again, scientist, surgeon, patron, and a sports coach. In this exercise, my dear students, we are going to pause the video and try to match the date of birth with the suitable character. We have Magdi Yaqub, we have Princess Fatma Ismail, we have Omar Abdul Qadir, and Samira Musa. We are going to match each one with his job and also with his date of birth. نوصل تاريخ الميلاد والجوب لكل شخص من الشخصيات اللي عندنا. Now let's start. Magdi Yaqub. What is his job? Yes, we all know Magdi Yaqub. Magdi Yaqub is one of the most famous surgeons all over the world, not only in Egypt, but all over the world. He is one of the most famous surgeons, especially for heart surgeons, عمليات جراحية أو عمليات جراحة القلب. And he was born in 1935. He was born in 1935, and he worked as a surgeon for people who have problems with their heart, and he helped many people who have heart problems. The second character or the second person is Princess Fatima Ismail. Fatima Ismail is the daughter of Khedive Ismail bint al-Khedive Ismail, and she was called the woman of the Egyptians. كانت بتدعى بأم المصريين, and she helped to establish the Cairo University, and she donated her jewelries and her money to build the Cairo University in 1853. She was the patron, كانت طبعا مناصرة أو النصيرة أو الراعية to build the Cairo University. Another person is called Omar Abdul Qadir. Omar Abdul Qadir was born in 1994, and he is a sports coach. When he was 22, a shark attacked him and he lost his leg. A shark attacked him and he lost his leg. He didn't give up, لم يستسلم, but he trained and he became a sports coach in Egypt. The last one is Samira Musa. Samira Musa is a scientist, عالمة. She's a nuclear scientist, عالمة نووية. She was born in 1917, and she wanted to use the nuclear treatment in medicine. أرادت أن تستخدم العلاج النووي في لعلاج بعض الأمراض, but she died in, I think, 1958. Now, my dear students, let's read some vocabularies. Scientist, surgeon, sportsman, patron, heart problem, nuclear scientist. Scientist, عالم, surgeon, جراح sportsman رياضي patron يعني راعي أو نصير heart problem مشاكل في القلب nuclear scientist عالم نووي. Let's move to exercise for lesson 1 part 2. In this lesson we are going to complete these sentences with these words: ago, for, from, in, to, when. My dear students, I want you to pause the video and try to read these sentences and try to complete them with these words. Now, pause the video, try to complete these sentences, and we will check together. Welcome back. Number 1. When Omar was 22, a shark attacked him and he lost a leg. Number 2. Samira Musa was born, yes, in 1917. Number 3. Magdi Yaqub helped people with heart problems, yes, very good, for many years. Number 4. Magdi stopped most of his work as a surgeon a long time ago. A long time ago. Number 5. From 1908 to 1940, people called it the Egyptian University. Now, my dear students, I want you to complete these sentences with your own answers. Yes, try to answer these questions or try to complete these sentences about yourself. Read, for example, number 1. I went to primary school for, yes, how long ago did you go to primary school? Yes, I think I went to primary school for 8 years. For 8 years. Number 2. I started preparatory school. Yes, when did you start preparatory school? Very good. 2 years ago. Now you can do this or complete these sentences by yourself. Also, in this lesson, we are going to study together the past simple tense. The past simple tense. As we know that there are regular verbs and irregular verbs, we are going to complete this table with regular verbs. Regular verbs are the verbs that end with d or ed. For example, attacked, yes. Helped, yes. From the above, stopped, very good. All these are called regular verbs because they end by ed. But irregular verbs don't have fixed ending, but they have different ending according to the verb. For example, the verb was is the past of being. Another verb is won, the past of when, and went, the past of go. All these are called irregular verbs. Now, my dear students, let's study the past simple together. We studied the past simple in primary or in preparatory 1, and also we said that the past simple is the second conjugation of the verb هو التصريف الثاني للفعل. قلنا in there are two kinds of verbs. The first kind or the first type is regular verbs, and the second type is irregular verbs. Irregular verbs, as we said that irregular verbs ended by ed, we use ed or we put ed at the end of the verb, like cook, yes, cooked, arrive, arrived, play, played, study, studied, stop, stopped. But there are some irregular verbs like hit, the past is also hit, teach, the past is taught, see, the past is saw. Another irregular verbs like verb to be. Verb to be in the past is was and were. Verb to do is did, have, had. The past simple is used with some adverbs which expresses the past simple, like yesterday, this morning, in the past, in 2016, last week or last month or last year, once or once a time ago. For example, number one, we went to Aswan for a holiday last winter. Number two, when I was young, I rode a bike. Number three, the naughty boy woke up, had breakfast, and left for school. As we know that the past simple is used to express an event that happened and finished. حدث انتهى أو بدأ وانتهى في الماضي. Also, we use the past simple to express repeated habits in the past, أحداث متكررة. And if you want to tell a story also, we can use the past simple tense. How to use the past simple in the negative? Yes, in the negative we use didn't or did not plus the infinitive. For example, I didn't arrive at school late. I never lost money. We can use also never to express the past negative. How to make a question? Yes, my dear students, to ask a question in the past simple, we use the helping verb did plus the infinitive. For example, did you watch TV last night? Yes, I did, or no, I didn't. We can also ask with question mark. What time did you go to bed? Yes, I went to bed at, for example, 10 p.m. Now, my dear students, let's move to lesson 2 in unit 3. We are going to read about the Egyptian heroes. I want you to pause the video, try to read about Egyptian heroes, then we will answer or discuss these questions together. Now pause the video, my dear students, and read the text about Egyptian heroes, then answer the questions. Pause the video now. Welcome back, my dear students. Number 1. Do you know the team in the photo? Yeah. Which team is this? Yes, this is the Egyptian handball team. The Egyptian handball team الفريق أو المنتخب المصري لكرة اليد. Which sport do you think these players do? Yes, they play handball. Read the article and check your answers to exercise number 1. Yes, from the text, the Egyptian handball team are heroes. They won the Handball Africa Cup of Nations in Tunisia. In 2020, they won also the final against Tunisia 27 for 23. That means they are the best team in Africa. So, from the first paragraph, we discover that this team is the Egyptian handball team and they play handball. Now, my dear students, look at the words in bold in the text, match the words and the definition. In the text, we have some bold words like one, handball, junior, senior, and competition. We want to read these definitions and match them with the words in bold. Yes, number 1. A sport with 7 players in a team. They score by throwing the ball into the goal. Yes, this is handball. Number 2. Events when people try to get a prize by beating or by being the best at something. Yes, this is the competition مسابقة أو منافسة. Number 3. The opposite of the word lost. Yes, the opposite of lost is won. عكس lost خسر won فاز. For younger people, yes, younger people called junior. Yes, هم الشباب. And the older people, we call them senior. We call them senior اللي هم الكبار. Now exercise number 4. Read the article again. Are these sentences true or false? I want you, my dear students, to read the article again and try to write true for the true sentence and the false for the false sentence. You can do this exercise by yourself. Now, my dear students, let's read some vocabularies. Heroes. Hero means, yes, بطل. Egyptian team. المنتخب المصري. The Africa Cup of Nations. كأس. الأمم الأفريقية. win the past is won يفوز. Tunisia اللي هي تونس. junior اللي هم طبعا الشباب. senior الكبار. Germany ألمانيا. competition مسابقة. Now, my dear students, we come to the end of our lesson. We have exercise. Read these sentences and try to choose the correct answer. Number two, write a paragraph of 80 to 90 words on people and jobs. My dear students, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. With my best wishes, thank you. Goodbye.